a lot today?
No.
What can I get for you?
Can I get some kale, lettuce, some cabbage, and some tomatoes?
So what?
Kale, cabbage, lettuce, and tomatoes?
Give me just 1 second, please.
Well, what do you got to do to get some good food around here? I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you.
Oh my God, I was like, man, what? Like, what in the world? Let me throw a loop there. I was looking for it. I got extra help.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I guess we'll just go home and grow our own nutritious food. Welcome back to the channel. When we sold our house in the city years ago, right before we bought this land, as we're selling this house and when we sold it, we had no idea where we were gonna live. And we bought a used RV and our family of 8 lived in our RV. And during that span, we actually had to park that RV. We had to ask a friend of ours if we could park that RV at their land and we stay in our RV at their house. During this time that we're going through this process and in a sense we didn't have anywhere to go, we got laughed at, we got ridiculed. Even while we're packing and leaving, we got laughed at and ridiculed by people. What are you doing? That's not the norm. Where you going? When you have a dream, and many of you, if not already, you may go through this, there are going to be people that do not understand. You might not even understand. Even though you have that dream, you might not know, okay, how is this going to go about? And there are people who have or will look down on you. There's a lot of hurting people out here. Some of you as well may be hurting, going through some things. And people are laughing at you, people poking fun. And you got a dream. You got a mission, but they don't understand that mission. They don't understand that dream. But you know you got a dream. And sometimes in that dream, things may not be clear. You can't see it. They can't see it. People gonna laugh at stuff they can't see. They don't know the whys and the hows and the inner dynamics of it. But you got a dream that's planted inside of you. And here's an example. This is chamomile seeds. They're very, very small. Your dream starts out smaller than that. It starts from nothing into something. So your dream is like the seed within this dirt, within this soil. You can't see it. No one can see it. But it's in there. It's in there. And so what happens sometimes in that dream, frustrations may occur or it ain't happening, but it's happening. That seed is growing and it's planting, it's making roots in the foundation for whatever it is that you want to do, for whatever it is that you want to see. But initially you can't see it. Don't give up. And then that seed, you start to see the dream start to come about. You're like, oh, okay. I see. There it is. And then what happens is the same ones that were laughing at you, that were ridiculing you, telling you ain't gonna make it, it ain't never gonna happen. And a long time went by and all they saw was this. But then what happens is when they start to see this, year after year after year after year, they wanna come around now. The same ones that was laughing at you, the same ones that was ridiculing, the same ones telling you that you was stupid, now they want to come around. When your dream didn't even have a gate, didn't have walls, didn't have structure, but they didn't see the inner workings of what's really going on behind the scenes. But now that you got that farm gate up, they want to come in, they want to come around. They want to sit across from you at Thanksgiving and at Christmas time. They want to exchange gifts. Oh no. That gate is locked. Now that your dream is happening for you, and it will. If you want it, it will. You have developed peace during that time. You have been worked on, you have been molded, and now those same ones want to come around and disturb your peace. Nah, it's all good. You've come too far in life to have to put up with anything that you don't need to put up with. Do not ever give up on your dreams, because you will see that growth in your dreams become true. Welcome back to the channel. We just changed the duck water. They got nice, fresh, clean water in here. The duck water that came out of here, we're going to take that over to the garden area, as we got some more stuff that we have to plant. Earlier we had planted and put in the garden a bunch of vegetables that are growing right now, but there were some seeds that hadn't germinated. So we replanted some seeds that have germinated and that are growing. And so we're gonna get those into the garden as well. We just got this raised planter bed filled with soil, so we got some vegetables that we're going to fill up in this one, and we might have some additional room in another planter bed. But again, we had some seeds that recently germinated, probably in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and was really thankful for that, because we were hoping that they germinated first time, but they didn't. We kind of really wanted these during this spring season, so we're going to get ready and get those into these planter beds. Last season we had a whole lot of basil, and then we had a freeze, and the freeze basically took them all out. So we planted some more basil, and these still have a little bit ways to go. We're gonna let those stay in here a little bit longer, grow a little bit more, but we're very thankful that these basil have started to sprout. There's one more right there. And then also right here, these are peppers. We'll probably transplant these to bigger cells.
Which ones are the basil?
Oh, the basil are right there. Here is some lettuce that we are putting in the raised planter bed.
Is this a squash?
Oh yeah.
What?
Right?
I didn't even know it could flower that tiny.
We have been trying to grow lettuce for a while now, so very excited about this. We'll put these right in here. Let's get them over here. Oh, these lettuce are so green. We're gonna be eating these every day. Ooh wee. That bird is just tweaking away. We have been wanting to get this in the soil for a while now. Oh my goodness, look at these. Look at this. You just eat, it looks like a little cupcake. We got one more in here. There's a few more lettuce in here, right there. So we're gonna put those in there as well. Put one right over here. This whole planter bed is now filled with lettuce, and we're gonna pour our duck water in the soil, try not to get it on the actual lettuce, and we're just gonna pour this duck water right into the soil. No. I think you got covered up. There we go. And we got another bucket, and we'll do the same thing. Get that down in there. This is all that good duck water. These right here, these are all tomatoes, and we're gonna get those into the ground. They're already busting at the seams in these small cells, so we're gonna get those taken out. Oh yeah. These are tomatoes. Get them in there. All right, we'll get some water in here. Ooh, yeah. This planter bed needs to be topped off. It's very low, but we need this planter bed because we have veggies that we need to get in here. So we're gonna apply some used chick coop bedding from the coop, and then we're just gonna top it off with some sand and get these vegetables in here. There's a mixture of chick coop bedding in here, leaves from the chicken coop. So like I said, we need to get this topped off because we need to use this ASAP. And over time, this is gonna sink, but that's okay. We'll just top it off next season. When we first started our garden, sand was the only thing that we were using. This was before a compost, anything. Because this is sand, I'm gonna see if I can create a valley in here. Water is gonna run off the side of this planter because of this sand. So I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we'll see. These are cucumbers, and they are ready to go in. Ooh, it's been a long time coming for these to get in here. This one has cucumber and a basil there. We wanna keep this basil in there. So we're gonna try and get this out of here without dumping the other one. Come on, come on. In here, there are some more cucumbers, and I believe those are zucchini. We're gonna get those in here. We did not wanna go another day without getting these in here. Oh man, look at that. And here's the zucchini, I think. There we go.
Oh yeah, I love your socks.
Oh no. They did a great job salvaging these berries.
And you know what's crazy? All of this is grown new, just since we trimmed around it.
Yeah.
And you can see all the little berries. Do you see them?
Oh yeah, they're green. Yep.
Wow, this still looks wet from yesterday. That's great.
And those are all blackberries?
Yeah, all blackberries. And you can see, look how good they're doing right here. There's so many berries. See how small it is, but how many berries there are on it?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, even though it's in the weeds here, it's doing pretty good. Good job, guys. You're doing so good. You can see the four-wheeler tracks right here.
We are making vegan, no-bake peanut butter bars. Instead of peanut butter, we'll be using almond butter, almond flour, coconut oil, maple syrup, sea salt, vanilla extract, and 72% dark chocolate. We'll start off by mixing in our almond butter, maple syrup, pouring our sea salt, vanilla extract, and the coconut oil. Then we'll get all that mixed in. And then we'll add in the almond flour. So we're mixing up all those ingredients with the almond flour, and then we'll add in our dark chocolate chips. And get those in there. Get a nice even mixture. You said you put the chick bedding in by the garden?
I did.
Okay, thank
There's a
you.
whole wheelbarrow full.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get on it.
I got some kale from the garden. I was gonna make a salad this afternoon.
Okay, okay. Now, we got some parchment paper and a pan. And we're gonna add the mixture to it.
Oh, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
We're gonna get all that good stuff out of there. Now with sticky, icky, ooh wee. So we gotta get all that out. I'm gonna use a spoon. Yeah. And then we'll get this pressed down into the pan. This will go into the freezer. While that is in the freezer, we're going to melt down some chocolate and some almond butter. We have the melted chocolate. We'll stir it up a little bit and then pour that on top. We'll let the chocolate layer on top of there and put this back in the freezer. All right. After being in the freezer, this is what it looks like. And we're gonna get to cutting it down. There we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. And this is a vegan, gluten-free peanut butter bar. One for you. And one for you. Small fork. There you go. The connecting hose has finally come in so that we can link up this water barrel to this water barrel so we can double the amount of free rainwater to our garden fertilization system that goes to the ducks so they can play in the water, and then we use that water to fertilize our garden. So we're gonna go ahead and get this installed. We've already emptied the rain barrels and gave the water to the ducks and put some in the garden, and then we salvaged the rest, which we'll pour back into the rain barrels. We'll start by drilling a hole about right here. And we'll drill a hole about right here. All right, you did such a great job last time. We got you on another mission, and you gotta go into 2 barrels this time.
All right.
All right, and this time we're equipping you with light. All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Let's go. Here you go. And that is gonna go into this hole right here. All right, I'll hold this steady for you the best I can. Good job on that. Let's put this on here. This will lock it down. Lock it down, lock it down. Get this screwed on. Let's move this one out the way. And let's do this one. Good job, man. All right, let's see. Got your light. There you go, Skyland. Doom. Yeah, and then turn it, see if that'll work. So you're gonna take those pliers and grip the nut that's in there, and then I'll be able to turn this.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, turn your light on. Let's get you some light. There you go. And you let me know when you got a grip.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Good job, dude. You good?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna back this on. We're gonna tighten it down. All right, you got a grip? Looks like you do. Looks like you do. Perfect. Ah. Huh?
That was definitely small.
Yeah. We'll lift this up. We'll put the other one there. pouring our salvage water back in here. Skyland's gonna check for leaks. Hopefully that isn't. So you're gonna fill at the bottom. How we looking? We dry? Let's get another one in there. We don't know if it's reached that height yet. I know one thing, I'm getting a bath. All right. How we looking? We'll get a rag in a little bit, wipe it off, check it. Now what should happen is as this barrel fills up, water's gonna flow into that barrel and they're gonna even each other out as they rise. All right, let's wipe this down, check for leaks. We want it to be dry, bone dry. Man, it looks good. It has been a few days. We finally received some rain. Not a lot, but we did receive some rain, and these bok choy, along with the duck water that we have been adding to it, has absolutely blown up. We're actually gonna cut these down so we can eat these and trim these up a little bit so they'll grow even more. But this is absolutely awesome, and yeah, this is really cool right here. They have literally, this bok choy has literally blown up.
Harvest this as best I can.
Ooh, look at all that bok choy.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And I know I'm trying to snip the end so it keeps growing.
Right.
And like snip the flowers. Well, some of these leaves we'll probably put in the compost. Actually, the chickens will like these, won't they? I need to have a separate chicken pile. They'll like that.
Look at how green and thick that is. What you gonna make with this?
I think I'm gonna try and make a stir fry.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like if I saute it with garlic and ginger, I don't think you can go wrong. Right?
Okay. All right. Well, good job. Looks good.
Thank you. Well, good job, you. Getting this all green.
Hey, we're just learning as we grow. Look at this squash plants. Do y'all remember this squash when we planted those? We had just had like some really cold temperatures and they were kind of like on their last leg. And this is the squash. I mean, they really made it. They really came through. Looks like a weed in here. I think that's a weed, yep. This squash is really just like took off. Look how big these leaves are, goodness. And then there's a squash there. I think there's one here, and then there's one there. And you can see, it looks like that might be the beginning stages of one. And then there's a couple in there. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. We've just really been putting that duck water in here and just amazed at how beautiful this looks. Seasons past, it was a struggle. And so just really looking forward to seeing what happens from here. This is all the lettuce, and again, this is just strictly duck water. And then we had that rain, and so these are starting to come through, looking really green, looking vibrant. Look at those. This is the bed that we put the chick bedding in, and we just covered it with sand on top. And these are doing good so far. I think this is zucchini. I can already tell that it's starting to settle. because it was just chick bedding there, and then we put the sand on there. So we'll probably put some more compost and whatnot on top up here, but right now it's doing good, looks like. Back here, we got some tomato plants. All of this is tomato plants. Yeah, this is just looking good. Everything's looking green. That duck water has nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in it. So that nitrogen is just really making this pop. It's making that really green. This is looking good so far. Back here, we got some jalapenos, some bell peppers. There should be some sweet peppers over here. These are coming up, and these right here, from years past or seasons past, they should be having some peppers on here real soon, I think. But yeah, everything over here is looking really good and vibrant. And what's crazy is we said we was not gonna do any spring, summer gardening, but we were like, you know what, let's give it one more shot. We knew that we were not gonna do the summer, so we said we'll start real early with our seed planting in the winter time, which was like January, February, and then we'll get them out here, see what happens, and we'll just learn and grow from there. So we're really glad that we did it again this season, because we didn't want to, you know, throw that out just because it was just so hot here in our Florida summers. So yeah, we just know we got to start early and get them out here in time so that they can do what they got to do so we can eat. Over here, we got some peas. This one is a green bean, but we got some peas over here, and those behind it are some leeks. And one of the first things we did once we got to our land is we started a garden. And that garden was like in a blue Tupperware bin. And it was filled with just sand from our land. We didn't know what we were doing, didn't know how to go about it, but we were like, you know what? We know that we want to grow our own food. We just started from there, and actually some little tomatoes grew out of it. Starting our garden has been a process over the years. It has been a process over the seasons, because we've literally are learning how to garden from the ground up. There's a question that needs to be answered, and that question is, what is food? Like, what is good food? Growing our own food, we know exactly what is being put in it, from the composting of the soil to the actual vegetable that is growing on these plants. What if 98 to 99% of the food sold in grocery stores was pure junk? New cars, new trucks, vehicles, they all come with manuals. As soon as we get the car, we go through the manual. Ooh, this is what it needs. This is what it takes. This is the fuel it takes. This is the oil that it takes. This is the lubrication that it takes. We read that manual to see what's gonna make it run good, what's gonna make it run efficient. But when we come into this world as a newborn baby, nobody gives us a manual. Well, we can't read as a baby, but we just learn and go by what someone has told us, by what someone has fed us, and commercialization. So we just grow up eating whatever. When we go to the grocery store is not gonna tell us what to eat. Matter of fact, they just allow us to walk in. Hey, you make your choice, you do whatever. If you, me, knew exactly what we were and knew exactly what we are, then we would know exactly what our body needs to eat. Once we know what we exactly are, then we start to understand what we need to properly stay charged up, and we start to understand the rest that we need. The majority of the foods that are out there, they're garbage, they're junk, they're straight trash. And even certain vegetables and fruits, they cause more harm to us than actually good. There are certain ones that do exactly what our bodies need, and there are some that actually work against our body. Inside of our bodies, you and me, the internal makeup of it is designed perfectly, and it is designed amazingly. The circulatory system, the nervous system, the respiratory system, they all work hand in hand for a reason, and they're all powered by certain things. The grocery stores, that's what we'll call them. The grocery stores, they don't care. They know exactly what the foods are doing to us, and they'll just keep stocking them, and they'll put all the good stuff right there in front of our eyes. So that's the first thing that we grab, because that's all we know and that's all we see. Even the little words that are on the back, the ingredients, the list of ingredients. What we really need, you probably won't find on the majority of those. How many miles you running today?
About to hopefully do 1 or 2.
Let's go. Good job, very proud of you.
Thank you so much, you too.
Yep, we wonder why there's mental illness, why there's sickness, why there's disease, but we never stop to wonder what this bowl of cereal is doing to us. We got fruits and vegetables that don't have seeds, but you need a seed to grow something. I mean, even us, human beings, started out as a seed. And that don't make no sense. We're the only beings that eat all the stuff that we do. But on a farm, majority of the animals, they eat greens. Get it? Green, green. When we start to understand how our bodies are made up inside, then a lot of things start to become clear. But if we don't know what we're made up of from the inside, you know, we talked about the nervous system, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, then how in the world are we supposed to know anything else outside of that? Wouldn't it be crazy if you're sitting at a table, there's a whole bunch of people, there's a whole lot of food, and then somebody in the middle of it says, hold up, wait a minute, what in the world are we eating? And then everybody else look at them like crazy. Man, this is what we normally eat, man, be quiet. Well, in that moment, that person has to make a choice because they had an inclination that something was off. It doesn't matter if the whole group keeps doing it. It's if that one person says, wait a minute, starts questioning things, starts questioning, what is this food that we're consuming? What is this food doing to us? This grocery store sure seems to have a lot of milk. Where's this milk coming from? How is it being produced? What is it doing? It seems like we're the only beings that drink milk after a certain age. A baby cow doesn't drink it after a certain age. When we realize what we really are from the inside out, the makeup, it starts to become clear. But until then, we're gonna just keep doing what we've been doing. We're gonna keep eating what we've been eating. The grocery store sure ain't gonna tell us. They need us to buy that food. We gotta ask ourselves, what is the nervous system? Not, oh, I'm nervous, but what is the nervous system that is in our body? What does it do? Why does it exist? What is it for? And why do we have it? When we start to be able to answer those questions, then things start to become clear. You are a beautiful human, not because of the makeup, but because of the makeup. I just happened to walk by this plant, and this is not a squash plant. This is zucchini. We got a zucchini in there growing, y'all. Wow.
Are you listening?
You see, it's not just about food. If we really knew what the nervous system is and what it does, and if we really knew what the cardiovascular system is and what it really does, then everything in the garden and beyond starts to make sense. All right, I got some tomatoes that we're gonna string up. We said we weren't gonna use a string method this year, but we already had some hooks up top and at the bottom, so we're gonna try it again this year. Thank you so much for watching Lanil Haven and Life.